specific message that I want known to everybody that knows me and Shani. Okay. Um, People find it, and I'm sure it's trolls, but it doesn't matter if it's trolls because when enough people say something, then it becomes, well, maybe it's true because it isn't being addressed. So there's this craziness with a lot of people that like to it's like this hashtag run rev run thing, where it's made this weird scenario where I'm like a hostage in a hostage situation or
Well,
some crazy.
that is the way you portray it.
And I believe I know where this is coming from, and it's because of the past domestic stuff that happened.
Well, yeah, there's the domestic stuff. There's the fact that you're on multiple streams asking Shani permission to not stream. Like she's forcing you to go on here and ask for donations. That's the way it seems.
But even in that case, what happened there was not right and justified. You know, uh, we just had a fight, and it was not this thing that should have blown up into what the police made it to be.
Well, that's how most domestic altercations end up, that the police have a responsibility to respond because otherwise people end up dead.
Because Boulder police is ridiculous. They're ridiculous. But there's this whole meme of, oh, Rev, you need to run, and oh, we need to save Rev. And it's like, and I guess G-Man is like, oh, I'm going to get you away from Shani and stuff. You guys, it's ridiculous. Do you know what this does to her? And this is coming from the guy that is with her. Okay, I'm with her all the time. I take care of stuff.
I'm going to be very honest with you. Not that Rev's going to see this. I might clip it and tag you in it. I was with a woman for nearly 5 years, and we went all the way downhill together. I went from having a job and a place to having no job, no place, living in a car, hooked on dope, right? And I was, I thought I was totally in love with that woman. I was, but it was a totally toxic relationship. She and I were bad for each other. Now, the fact of the matter is, we've been apart for several years now. I've picked myself back up. I remain a single dude. I don't have a romance, but I don't most of the time have to stay in my car. I still struggle with homelessness, but I've gotten over my addiction. Now, my former partner, still on the street, still addicted to drugs, still not having a job. So make from that what you will. But when people say that Shani is toxic for you, take it as not necessarily an affront against Shani, although it may be. But, those people, even if they're trolls, are in a way genuinely looking out for your interests, man. You gotta think about that. I had a lot of people when I was in that relationship tell me to get away from that woman, and I didn't listen, to my own detriment.
And bless her, she does what she can do. But guys, like, without me even having to come forward and say you're thinking wrong, okay? How many times has there been actual police involved here? And I could have gotten out of this, or they would have forcefully taken me out of the situation where there was any kind of, abuse or whatever taking place. Like, it's ridiculous, okay?
Well, they can't really force you to leave, and even if they do, then you can still go back, right? So, yeah, no, the police don't really do that. If they do it in the form of putting your ass in jail, especially with you being the man. Because regardless, in a domestic altercation, 9 times out of 10, you're going to take the fall.
But when it's repeated over so many times, over and over and over again, it grates on Shani. I mean, it's ridiculous. The amount of psychological torture that comes from people just making stuff up, really. Because you're not me. And I'm telling you, I'm the one living in the situation, and Shani is like a rock to me. She's everything. She's my world. Okay. So I wanted to say directly to the people that are saying these types of things, like run, rev, run, and gaslighting type stuff on Shani. Just if you actually like me, then stop it. Okay. She's my wife, and I love her with every bit of my being, every bit of it.
That's fine. You can love her all you want. That doesn't make your relationship any less toxic. Okay. I mean, straight up. As somebody who, you know, hey, I know of y'all through Dragnot, all right? Honestly. So, and I've been, pretty charitable. I don't really try to troll. Yeah, I'm making some videos, I'm watching you. But mainly the consistency of you asking for money for food, which is obviously mostly going to Shani, right? Maybe you get a little piece of it here or there. No, you guys' whole thing. It's just, it ain't right, man.
There's not one bit of me that doesn't just love her 1,000,000,000%. Okay. These things that are said like this, and it's persistent over and over and over again, and more people hear it because you're like an echo chamber of the same bullshit. I really need you to stop it, because it gets to Shani psychologically to see this stuff so much. So
No, that's the point of it. All those people that are doing that are trying to get to Shani psychologically. More importantly, they're trying to get to you. It's like the whole alcoholic thing. You have to beat it into their heads sometimes, metaphorically, not literally. We don't beat people, but trolling can be similarly effective. See how you made this video means that it's getting through.
I want it made clear that I love Shani, and this is not Stockholm syndrome or any kind of weirdness. I love her. She's my girl, and I want to be with her forever. So enough of the innuendos and the bullshit, because that's exactly what it is. You guys know that you make stuff up to get views and clicks and super chats. You make fan fictions up.
Hey, maybe some people do. I'm certainly not getting anything by airing you on my Patreon page over here. So nothing in it for me, bro.
Because at the end of the day, it's like you are Stan fans, like Eminem Stan fans, like really weirdness.
No, Stan. No, that's not. It's not even equivalent.
There's a Gavin. Hey, Gav. He's a good boy. So that's it. I've heard enough of it. It's too much. And if I don't address it, then it's disgusting on my part. So I felt to make this, it needed to be made. My position on it. It's like, you guys just stop it with that abusive shit towards Shani, because I love her.